It stands for a network of missionary churches of Christ. We have 50 churches in Rimac up to last year's statistic. But this year, after the general meeting, we were informed that the churches are now 25 because what happened in Congo recently. We are a local church denomination that is really, really limited because it's a local. We started it in 2002 because we found that we could do something in the villages, that everyone did not go there to help the people of God. So when we started the church, we thought that we could help those villages deserted by pastors. But now we are limited in funds. We are limited in almost all what we can do to help the churches. Now we have missionaries in Rwanda, but they've not really started the church. But we have only the churches in 2 countries of Africa, Central Africa, that DR Congo and Burundi. In Congo, what happened, it's a case of insecurity that happened in the villages because of rebels that attacked the villages, and which obliged the member of the church to flee the villages and go away from the villages. The rebels are from Rwanda. That's the former government army of Rwandan Republic, which fled from Rwanda in 1994, and then they were accepted in Congo in 1994, and that's their acceptance in Congo led that they couldn't go back in Rwanda because there's another regime. So now they are attacking the people, they are looting, they are stealing, they are raping women. Yeah, it's really very bad because in 1996 in Congo started the general war of Africa because more than 9 countries were fighting in Congo. So these rebels, they're still there, and they are doing what they can. They are doing, but the UN, the United Nations, the government of Congo are not doing sufficiently what they could do to protect people. I'm talking about pastors that did not go in the villages because they were afraid of their security. I mean, before the war, we had churches, many churches from different congregations, like Baptist Church, like Methodist Church, and other churches. But because of what happened, all these churches had to flee the villages, especially the pastors had to run in cities where they could find some safety. That's where now, yes, true, that we really suffering, especially the pastors. Last time, before we come to the general meeting that were held in Bujumbura, we heard that a church that was the representative of our church in Mwenga, that is coming to the general meeting, had to be attacked on halfway to Bukavu, and they had to be taken everything that they had, including their clothing. They were left half naked by the same rebels. So these are the attacks that are discouraging the pastors to continue their work, and even members of the churches are really suffering because of such atrocity that are committed over the church and church members. Yeah, we thank God because they were safe. No one died, but they were taken everything that they had. The remark needs, we have challenges. First of all, it's about training. All our pastors have been really attending theological training. So if we could have a space like a seminar where a seminary, theological seminar, where they could be having theological training, that would be really a good thing. Because in fact, Rimac is a church. Our first obligation is to have good men of God with truth, grounded on the truth, because the truth is, the word of God is the authority of what we're doing. So we need really people who are prepared to be grounded in the word so that they can be first prepared to preach and lead people to God before the social need. Social need comes after. But for our first responsibility is the word of God, to give the right food to the people before giving them the physical food. No, that's why there is a lot of food given out in the world now, but we're not prepared to accept any food. We need really food that are grounded in the Word of God. We need to have space. We are struggling right now to pay. We don't have any land that we have for our own, for the churches, and we don't have building that are our own. So I think those come next. We need to have the churches, establish these churches in the villages so that the pastor cannot really suffer to pay for renting a church. I think that the Word of God is instructing us to care for one another in the body of Christ. Of course, we have Bruce Baker.